All right, we are live. What up, players? Welcome to episode 154 of Player Life. Don't be corny, be a savage. And it is Tuesday morning here in Tokyo, Japan. Welcome to the live stream. Another day in life. So I hope you're well. I missed last Friday because I was doing some teaching. I haven't done teaching in a while. I haven't done teaching in like a couple of months. Occasionally I do that on the side, but oh man, I was happy to finish with that. It had been I haven't taught in about 2 months, and it was kind of like a course for teenagers or whatever, just a short course. But yeah, I was around kind of other foreign teachers, and it was a real uh, it was a real wake up call to be around, because obviously in Tokyo, I only hang around with people that are RP aware, that are based as fuck, really based RP aware people, and man, it's like such a shock to be around like NPC normies. Like, oh my god, it was a real um yeah, it was crazy. I don't know, it's just like totally NPC normie lefties. And yeah, obviously, in Tokyo, while I was teaching, I had to wear a mask, and I really hate that. You just have to do it. It's like either you put on a mask, or you can't, you don't get paid. So I had to put on the mask. But these teachers, all of the other teachers were wearing, not only were they wearing masks, but they were wearing face shields. Man, such normies. Oh my god. Uh, yeah, just the worst of the worst, like the worst of the worst stereotypical normies. Lefty normies at that. Uh, yeah, just terrible people to be around. But let's see. Colin in house says your recent tweet on the world is experiencing real fashion now was pure fire. Respect. Cheers, brother. Appreciate it. Um, Spark 55 in house. What's good? What is up? Um, yeah, it's almost like when you have a group of like really based people, and you kind of get into your own little bubble, kind of not interacting with normies, and it's like you almost forget about what the regular person is like. Um, there was one point, at the end of the course, the staff wanted to take a picture of the teachers with the group, and I went, and we went into a room, and all the other teachers were wearing not only masks, but they were wearing face shields. And the Japanese coordinator just said, "Oh, okay, just for this photo, we're going to just take off the masks. Uh, just take off the masks. But while you take off the mask, don't speak, don't do any. Just take them off, and we'll take the photos." And then this Canadian, oh my, like the most stereotypical Karen, overweight, like, man, it's just like the kind of woman that really, it's just my nightmare of a woman, like just complete nightmare. I just don't want anything to do with a woman like this. But she was like, "Oh my god, should we really do that? How? Oh my god, we're gonna take off the masks. Oh, it's like, okay, if we're gonna do this, we gotta do it. We gotta do it really quickly because I don't think we should do this." It's like, oh my fucking god. Um, yeah, these people are out there. these people are out there. Like most people are like that, and it's fucked up. But you know, I don't know. I just don't want to be around people like that ever. Warrior, son of wonder. Love your mirror technique, Mac. It's not failed me yet. Good to hear, man. Good to hear. It's right behind me here, and that mirror has seen a lot of action. A lot of action. Honestly, if the mirror technique fails, like you know, some girls will play hard to get, right? Like they will play hard to get, but you know, some girls, today's episode is it's about, it's about being a savage, not being corny. And some girls want to be, they don't want to give it up easily. They want a man, they kind of fantasize about, they don't want to just give it up because it's like it's too easy. So they'll play hard to get a little bit. So, if the mirror technique fails, the mirror technique doesn't usually fail, but if it does, like I'll chill a little bit, and I'll try again. But yeah, ultimately, if a girl comes back to your place and she comes in and she knows what's up, like she knows that you're gonna try and have sex with it, unless she's I mean, of course they absolutely know. That doesn't mean she has to have sex with you, of course not. But she knows that you're gonna try and have sex. So if you make a move on a girl and she's like, "Oh my god, what are you doing?" Like, you're doing, like, she's shocked by you doing it. Like, okay, you just let her like keep trying, and she's free to leave, obviously. But just decide, if they're in your house, if they're coming back to your place, don't be hesitant to make your move. It's just, yeah, a lot of guys think, oh, I can't, oh, it's going to be, I don't want to, or it is important to make the move in a, smooth manner. For example, if you bring a girl back to your house and you haven't closed the barrier between you and the girl. You haven't escalated physical contact at all. Like you might not have even, like if you've been on a date and you might not have, you should have closed the physical gap by getting close to them and touching them while you're on the date. But if you didn't do that, a lot of guys don't do that. So a lot of guys maybe get a girl back to their place and they haven't even close the gap or anything. They've just so they're starting from, like, they have to make a move somehow and they don't know how to make the move. They're like, oh, how do I make my first move? And they just do a clumsy, like, in with the kiss kind of thing, and girls will be too cold. It'll be like they won't be turned on enough, and they're just going to be like, oh, this isn't, they'll just like kind of reject it because they're not actually turned on enough at that point. So that's why you kind of strategically do it. You kind of build up by introducing touch and then escalate it from there. Some girls will just be like down to fuck, like immediately. You can just start making out with them. It depends really. But I've had girls back, and it's like, I make I make a move or whatever after a bit, and they're like, what are you doing? And it's like, what the fuck are you? You're back at my place. Like, why you, like, you can reject it, fine. Like, I don't, okay, that's one thing. But to be like surprised, like that I'm trying to make out with you, that I'm trying to like escalate, it's just funny to me because they know exactly what, like, unless they're retarded, like, unless they're mentally retarded, like they don't, that's the only way they can't, they don't expect you to make a move on them. If they're mentally retarded, they're going back to a straight male's house after a date and you make a move on them and they act surprised, they're mentally retarded. That, if they act, oh, what are you doing? Oh, hey, oh, whatever they do. Okay. If it sometimes like it, I've only had a few girls like that, to be honest. Like, because most girls are not entirely mentally retarded. So, you know, um, I've only had that happen a couple times. And if they react like kind of, if they're that kind of cold, like if they reject it in that manner, it's like, okay, this bitch is wasting my fucking time. You can tell a lot by a girl's body language, by the way she behaves. So with that kind of reaction, it's often okay. This is going to be the one nine. This is going to be 1 out of 10 that it doesn't fuck. It's going to be like, okay, well, I'm going to make my move a few more times and then I'm going to kick her out. Because I'm not. You don't need to keep a girl like if a girl is going to be blue balling you and you're just like kind of like, and she's just kind of sticking around and you're just like, and you just want to fuck, like you don't need to keep her there. Like you're not obligated to keep her there. Like she knows why you brought her back. Like she knows why you brought her back. Like you brought her a chick back to your house after a date. She knows what's up. Like, and if she's gonna be blue balling you and she's not gonna let you kiss, like she doesn't even let you kiss her. Like if a girl doesn't even let you kiss her, like after, like kick that bitch out. Like, I mean, I'm not saying kick her out immediately. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying like just that. Oh, she rejected me. Get out of my house. No, I'm not saying that. But I am saying, like, if she's okay, you've tried multiple times. You've been you've been very forward. Let's say you try your first time. You chill out. If I do the mirror technique, she maybe kind of rejects it. Then I have a couch area here, and I bring them over there, and then we chill. We put on a movie, and then I'll make my move again, like a few minutes later. And then a lot of times, I like they'll the girls that play hard to get will kind of they'll go with the flow then, but and I'll smash, but if a girl just keeps rejecting and blue balling, it's like, okay, well, I've tried, so yeah, okay, you can get out now. I'll call I'll call another girl. Yeah, because the thing is, like, when a girl knows, like, you've already shown your cards at that point. You've already given her validation. She's already been validated because you've not only you've done everything. You've approached her, you've invited her on a date. You might, whatever, you might have paid for the drinks or whatever. You might have paid for the dinner, even though I don't suggest you do that. And then you've brought her back to your house and you've tried to hook up with her, and that's like giving her a lot of validation. Like that's like, her ego is going to be pretty built up over it. So, you know, uh, it's just something, it's just like, if they know what you're about at that point, like they know that you're trying to fuck them, obviously. I mean, to be honest, like they know you're trying to fuck them as soon as you approach them. But the thing is, you've shown your cards. So, like, if you don't smash on the first date, um, there's a high probability that she's gonna you're not gonna see her again. You're not gonna see her again. Um, because there are some girls that will like reject you as a shit test, and there's some girls that are just rejecting you. Some girls, like, I would say, when I get a girl back to my house, it's a 1 out of 10 that won't fuck. And they're not shit testing. They're just not. I haven't really figured out what their psychology is. I'm not really sure. That 1 out of 10. It's like, what are they? I'd love to know what's going like when they're like coming to my house and they're coming into my house, or what are they thinking? I'd like to know that. Like, what's their goal? Like, that's what I'd like to know. But you know, I'm not sure exactly what it is, but you know, you know, let's just say that there's a 90% strike rate for when, and there should be. Like, if you're getting girls back to your house and you're not, your numbers are like, they should be like 9 out of 10. It should be like almost like all the time. Like, but you should be closing, or at least almost, at least coming close to closing. Like, at least you should get like first, second. I don't know, almost. Definitely. If a girl isn't even letting you make out with her, yeah, you're not gonna see her again. Probably, you're not gonna see her again. Do you even want to see her again? She's making you wait for sex. She's making you wait for, to even get a kiss. So that's, I would say, if a girl doesn't let you kiss on the first date, she doesn't even let you kiss on the first date, then absolutely. Um, yeah, I don't even know if a girl like that is worth relegating to the Netflix and chill category. She didn't even, if she won't even let you kiss on the first date. Um, it says a lot about her interest. That's like, for me, that's like going a bit beyond playing hard to get. Um, a girl not letting you kiss is like, that just says a lot about her interest. Because some girls will be, they'll be interested. They'll wanna meet you again, and for that reason they won't. Like, some girls, if they really like you, they'll try and postpone or delay sex to keep you on the hook, like keep you on the hook. Because some girls are, they're a little bit, they're kind of clued in. So just because a girl doesn't smash all the time, doesn't smash on the first date, sometimes it doesn't necessarily mean that she doesn't like you. It could be a thing. It could be the opposite. It could be a thing that she actually really does like you, and she could possibly see you as boyfriend material, and you don't really want to be seen as boyfriend material. But the girls that see you as boyfriend material and like you, but still want to postpone sex because they want to see you again, they'll at least kiss you. So if a girl comes through and she like comes through to your apartment and she's like not even, like, she's not even like she's acting all surprised when you try and make your first move on her, and then she doesn't even kiss you at all, like she just doesn't put out. Yeah, just, I would say, like, just don't ever, I'm not a fan of blocking girls, or like, but yeah, just delete her number or whatever, and just like, yeah, it is what, like, she's not worth it, basically. She's just not worth it. Um, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Like, keep her, invite her on another date? Like, what are you gonna do on the date? Like, you know, she already came back to your house. She didn't even let you kiss her. What are you gonna do? Like, you're gonna go on another date and spend all this time with her and hope, bring her back to your house again, and maybe she's gonna kiss you that time? Like, what's the goal? Like, so yeah, just, you know, just move on. Like, just forget about her. Just like, you know, um, Miguel Garcia. That's Mac early morning. Indeed, it is. Rainy day here in Osaka, man. Rainy day here in Tokyo too, my friend. Yep. Um, all good though. All good. Have my coffee. Yeah. But Javier Joseph in the house. What's up, brother? Haven't seen you in a while. Good to have you in the chat. Um, yeah. So yeah, guys. Like, sometimes I know what it's like. It's like, it's kind of, it's almost like one-itis. Like if you get you get with a girl, you invested all this time with her, text messaging her or whatever. You shouldn't be doing that in the first place. Like you shouldn't be doing that. But some guys will do that, right? They'll they'll invest this time. They'll spend too much time, messaging her or whatever. Arranging the date. And the girl might be the guy's type, like really, just he's really attracted to her. And then, he goes on the date and he fails to score, doesn't even, he maybe he gets first base, maybe he gets to make out, but he doesn't end up fucking. And you know, the guy, tries to get another date. The girl kind of doesn't really respond, like kind of like keeps him on the hook, like keeps him like, oh yeah, yeah, I'll be free next week, or I'll be free, oh yeah, yeah, and then flakes on that or whatever. That's just these are just low interest bitches. Like you don't want to be dealing with low interest bitches. Like, so you gotta be a savage. You gotta like, um, a good idea for like if you're a guy that's prone to like fucking becoming a beta orbiter. If you're prone to like giving girls too much like unearned attention, a way to like avoid doing that is, if a girl doesn't put out or flakes on you or whatever, and you've already given her too much attention, a way to counteract that is like just like delete them. You don't need to block them. I mean, and if they're if there's a chance, if that way you leave it open for them to hit you up, which most of them aren't going to do, but they might. So it's happened to me before where girls have played like hard to get, and so I've like unfollowed them or deleted the message and deleted the contact, but I haven't blocked them, so they could still message me. And when they message you, like most of them aren't going to, because they already had their chance, but sometimes it has happened before where I have gotten laid on a few occasions, definitely, where I've just deleted their contact because they haven't put out, I didn't get laid, they're playing hard to get, they're seem like a wasteful contact, so I just delete the message chat, just so they're not in my list of inbox. I just delete it, and so that I don't, I just forget about them. But yeah, it can happen that they hit you up, a couple of weeks later, you don't even expect it, and they're like, "Oh, hey, how are you?" And it's like you just arrange for a date, but it's like a Netflix and chill, because when a girl hits you up, it's kind of like the ball is in your court. You can kind of call the shots. It's like, you know, um, and you can just play it on your own terms. You can tell them to, it's funny when girls have hit me up in the past, and it's like they've tried to get me to go and take them for dinner. And it's kind of satisfying. It is very satisfying just to be like, no, you can come and have dinner in my place, but that's the way it's gonna be. And it's like it's satisfying just to like not like budge like from your position, just like to let them know like what's up. Yeah, just like not budge, because they're so used to guys that they're almost kind of shocked by it, by that guys are like not like following their lead, because most guys are simps. Like most guys are simps. Most guys will follow a girl's so for example, if a guy invites a girl to dinner in his area, and the girl like declines and says, no, we can have dinner, but you have to meet me at such and such a spot. And a lot of guys will jump at the opportunity just to, have a date with the girl, especially if they're good looking. So the guy would go all the way to like wherever she suggested, and that's a really, like, in my experience, that's never ever. I don't know if it's never. Maybe I'm trying to remember. Have I ever, like, when you fall into a girl's frame, man? It's not gonna work out. It's not gonna work out. You've already lost. Like, you've already lost when you do that. When you go on a date with a girl and she's calling the shots and she's like made you come somewhere, you've already lost the game. Like, she's already playing you. You're already getting played. Like, she's using you. You know, best case scenario with something like that is that you're gonna, I don't know, you're going to, I don't know, you get laid after a couple of dates. I don't know, you might, you know, it'll take, it's gonna be, you're just gonna have to invest time, and it's like, fuck that. Let's see. OJ says, you in the playbook group. I'm not sure what the playbook group is. Not sure what that one is. Elaborate on that one. Not sure. Is this some group? What kind of group is this? Missing out. Excuse me. Must have caught the beer bug. Nah. I have some I always get some, like, when it's like this kind of, it's like hot and humid kind of weather. I get kind of like stuffed up. Yeah, but or it could be the beer bug. It could be all over. I'm gonna have to go in quarantine and all that shit. Not really. My immune system's probably way better than most people's at this point, because I've been living my life as normal for the past, ever since this started. I don't even use those alcohol those alcohol sanitizers. I don't use them. No, the only time I wash my hands, like, straight up, the only time I wash my hands is after taking a shit and I piss. Like, that's it. And yeah, if I'm eating in Japan, they have these, like, they're called oshiburi, the little towel wipes. I'll wipe my hands in them just because they have them. Like, if I'm eating out, I'll wipe my hands because they have them. But honestly, just rolling around, doing my thing, just yeah. But OJ says it's kind of like a Japan pickup group. No, I'm not a part of it. I'm I'm kind of doing my own thing. I've always been kind of doing my own thing. I'm not really part of pickup groups. I'm trying to create my own pickup group here. I'm doing like day game groups. I'm teaching day game in Tokyo, but as far as joining other groups, I haven't been part of stuff like that. Other than I've been part of MLD's. I'm part of MLD's online groups. But that's kind of worldwide. It's on Telegram, and if so Modern Life Dating, he's going to be releasing another course. It's called the Dark Pass, but I'll probably be a part of that too. But that, I think there'll be more information coming out on that pretty soon. Check it out, darkpass.net. There's a plug for MLD. But yeah, I guess today, the idea is that the cornier you are, like, the more the more beta you are, the weaker you are, the more weakness you show to these chicks, the more you're gonna get punished for it. Like the more you get punished for it. Like we're told by mainstream media, we're told by society, we're told since we've been brainwashed to think that being this like nice guy, simp, beta orbiter, pursuer, wait your turn kind of shit. Be a cuck, and wait your turn, and she'll come round, and you'll get the girl your dreams. And it's such garbage. It's so far from fucking reality. Reality is so much more savage than that. It's so much more, you just have to be a savage, like in this day and age, especially in this day and age. There's studies show that like men are having less sex than ever before in history. And men have always been the ones that have had less sex. Men have always been the gender that has had less sex. Women have always had sex. Like almost like 100% of women have sex, are sexually active or are having sex. But that's never been the case with men. Like even when things were, more equal, when things were more shared out, men were not, there was a lot of men, a big percentage of men that were left out of the sexual marketplace. Just didn't cut it. They were betas, they were cut out. But things have become a lot more unbalanced in the last couple of decades, and especially in the last decade, things have got like, I would say, like they're kind of spiraling out of control. And that's because, the more I think about it, the more I think it's like, I don't think it's a natural progression. I think it's planned out. It's like it's a strategy you could say it's like a depopulation strategy, that, to divide the sexes and, stop people from procreating and whatnot. It all seems to make sense, really. And then it ties into this whole beer bug shit. I think the beer bug thing is absolutely a depopulation strategy. It's definitely planned out. It's not just some random event. If anyone here thinks this is a random fucking event, that the beer bug was just some random like black swan event, you're nuts. Like it's completely orchestrated. Like it's planned out top to bottom. Matt W says, got a plate coming over, but wanted to say what's up. Good to hear, brother. Good to hear. Enjoy that one. Appreciate you joining the chat, letting us all know. Good stuff. Give her a pump for me. Give her a pump, man. But yeah, in this day and age, man, you just cannot be. You just gotta have game. Like you gotta have game. Like even if you're, you have an advantage looks wise, you still need game. Because women just have it like way too easy. The sexual marketplace for the men as opposed to the sexual marketplace for women is they're two different worlds. They're two different worlds. There's two different things going on. Two different realities. It's just night and day. They're not the same. And the sooner you realize that, the better. Matt W says, I'll give her a gag for you too. How about that? Love it, man. Love it. Good stuff. But yeah, guys, it's just you need to go out there and you need to start getting smashed. You need to smash these chicks on the first date, because if you don't, it's gonna be there's a chance you will be put in the beta orbiter category. Because a lot of women, like, they don't want to like I said, they might string you along. They might keep you. Um, they'll try and keep you slightly interested so that you don't stop giving her attention. Um, but you know, but they'll have no intention of actually, meeting you again. You gotta realize that there's women that will do that, and you gotta stop giving free attention. And sometimes it will feel like, um sometimes it'll feel like, holy shit, I'm going through a lot of women here, and I'm not getting, I haven't, you know, I've gotten all these numbers, and I've gone on these dates, and I haven't even smashed. And it'll feel like sometimes you'll go through a phase like that. You'll be like, shit, my strike rate is like low, but um, you might actually have a, it might be that your game sucks, or you're messing up somewhere along the line. Um, it might be something that you're doing, but there's also a chance that it just could be, a bad patch that you're going through. I mean, I had a bad patch last week, and oh man, like I totally redeemed myself on, what was it? I think it was Saturday night with this seriously hot girl, man. Oh my god, it was like a total redemption. But it was a good time. But some guys might totally, give up because it was like, they go through this patch. So basically last week I went through this like period, like maybe like it was like 5 days or something. Within 5 days, I got a total of like three different girls flaked on me 4 times. So it was like I had a bad run of it, and it was really frustrating. But I pushed through it, and I ended up coming through on Saturday and getting like with a girl that was probably hotter than all of them, maybe like definitely hotter than all of them. But that was her, super hottie. Like it was it was a good time. Like, I don't know, it was just a really good time. God bless Japan. That's all I gotta say. God bless Japan. So you need to be tenacious. You'll go through these phases where you're like, shit, my game sucks. Like, what's going on? Maybe it's really hard. But you push through, and you'll be successful. You really do need to be tenacious at times, because if you give up too easily, like, it's just, you're not made for the player life. You're not made for it. You're just not made for it. You know, and that's the biggest problem. Like, the biggest problem with a lot of guys, they don't realize actually what it takes to like smash a lot of new girls on the regular. They think, oh, I need to approach like 10 new girls. And when you first start doing cold approach, and you first start doing game, like approaching 10 girls feels like a lot. You're like, it's kind of, and it drains your energy. It's kind of like, because you're nervous about doing it. You're like, some guys will get energized by it. Like, I'll get energized by it, but some guys, like, it's like this chore, like it's a heavy weight. And they're the guys who are gonna struggle with game. You need to find a way to get energized by approaching girls. You need to find a way about getting excited by it. Kind of, you do need to kind of enjoy the pursuit. Like, if you don't enjoy the pursuit, you're kind of fucked. Like, if you really don't like doing cold approach, and you don't like the pursuit of doing cold approach, getting your number, or even getting a same day lay, I don't know, maybe you're not built for this player life. Maybe you're not built to, you're gonna need to find a way how to do it, because it's gonna be the reality is, like, you need to put in a lot. Like, you need to be very tenacious. A lot of girls will reject you. Like, rejection is a huge part of it. Like, you will get rejected. There's no doubt about it. Like, and one of the things, like, I'm out here. I've done boot camps. Still doing them. And one of the things that guys learn when I'm doing the boot camps is that, obviously, not only showing how to cold approach and get numbers and be successful and get numbers off hot girls, but it's also demonstrating to them how much you need to do it. Like, a lot of guys think you can just approach like a handful of girls and that's all it takes. No, it's like you need to be an animal. You need to be tenacious. You need to be like just relentless, and you need to be like energized and enjoy doing it. Because if it's this like big chore, like you're going around, like, girls are gonna feel that off you. They're gonna feel this guy isn't, his heart's not really in it. Like, he's not, like, why would they jump on board? Why would they jump on your agenda? Why would they go along with you if you're not even you're not really interested in it? You might think they're hot and you might be attracted to them, but you're not really excited by the idea of doing it. Wade Emery in the house, what's good, brother? Hope you're well. Colin says, have you noticed when you only have 1 second to approach a second window, those turn out the best? I've always said, I have a very high, like, I have a higher, I think I have a higher success rate when I do cold approaches and I'm on my way to do something, or I have an agenda already, so I don't have time to, like, really delay. And when I jump in, make a cold approach, in, out, sometimes they can be the best, because it's like you're kind of a man about your business. You're on your way somewhere. You're not really dilly-dallying around, like, sometimes girls can be turned off by the fact that they know you're doing game. Sometimes it's just obvious. Like, girls will know that you're doing pickup, even if they don't really consciously think about it. They kind of see, they kind of get, if you're out and about and your only agenda is to do game, sometimes you'll turn girls off by your demeanor, and it can be hard to hide that demeanor sometimes. But that's some girls. Not to say that you can't go out just to do day game. You can do it, but it's not optimal. It's not optimal. I mean, you want to be incorporating game into your lifestyle. So at some point every day on your routine somewhere, you see girls somewhere, you make it a habit. You make it a habit, and you start getting used to doing it. And you're just like, you're like a businessman of sex. Like, you're giving out you're collecting context. That's all you're doing. It sounds very, sterile, but this shit is like, it's the way it is. Women have no idea what it's about. Like, they have no idea what it's like for men. We have to do this. Like, we don't have to do it, but if we want to smash and we want to get laid, we have to do it. Like, where is it acceptable to, like, where is it acceptable? Why is it only bars and nightclubs that it's acceptable to approach girls? And even, is that even acceptable anymore? I mean, is that politically incorrect? You're not. I think in the gynocentric world order, there's no circumstance under which it's acceptable to approach women. That's going to be their ultimate goal. That is their ultimate goal, and fuck their goals, the bastards. Fuck them. Like, that is their goal. I honestly think like in 10 years, like you could see there's probably going to be countries, I don't know, just a wild prediction from me, like some country like the UK or some shithole, even Ireland. um it's not even a problem in Ireland because no guys don't do cold approach in Ireland. Like guys do not do cold approach. Maybe there's some people that do it, but like it's not a cultural. It's not even. It happens much more in Japan. But yeah, my point is, in 10 years or something, I could see cold approach being like illegal, like literally illegal. Like if you cold approach a girl and she has proof of it, and it could be outlawed. Like that's the way things are going. Like honestly. Like it maybe, who knows? Maybe in 10 years' time, it could be illegal to cold approach anyone, not a man, woman, anyone. Because of just it sounds nuts, but you could look at what's going on in the world right now. Look at what's going on. Look, they're seems like they're pretty like hell bent on going. I hate to say it. I hate to say it, but I think they're gonna go ahead and introduce a vaccine passport. I really hate to think that, but it's already coming kind of implemented in some places. In Ireland, I mean, you can't eat out. You need to show proof of vaccine to go to a restaurant, bar. You need to do it. That's already kind of like a vaccine passport. That's nuts. I really hate that because I want to be able to visit my home country. But if I'm gonna have to take the fucking vaccine, I don't know what the fuck. I'm not gonna take it. Like first of all, so I don't know. It's war, man. This is war. Fuck these people. I hate these people. I hate these people behind this so much. But I don't know. They're gonna, but we. That's why, like being in the red pill community, like being red pill aware. It's like it's like you are really rebelling against the bullshit. Like you're really seeing. It's almost a version of punk or something, because it's like you're just like seeing the truth and seeing reality, and you're saying fuck, like you're living by reality. That's what it is, really. You're just living by reality. Like you're seeing the truth, and you're like fuck this. Like this is bullshit. I'm just gonna, you know, live the way, I'm not gonna follow these ridiculous rules, and you're gonna follow reality. That's all it is, really. Um but yeah, that's a dark prediction, but it's already like coming through. But I could really see it. And even if they do outlaw it, I'm still gonna do it. I'm still gonna do it. They're trying to dehumanize us, really. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to dehumanize humans, dehumanize, divide us, make us hate each other, and they are being successful at that. Because there's, this whole fucking saga, this whole bear bug thing, really makes me dislike normies. I gotta say it. Makes me dislike them a lot. They're just very repulsive people. Things they do, things they say, the hysteria, the obnoxiousness, the stupidness. Warrior, Son of Wanderer says, ever had approaches where she has closed off body language initially, but then she'll open up? Yes, that'll happen a lot. It'll happen. Sometimes some girls will appear to be nervous, but then you kind of put girls at ease by being chill. Your chill, relaxed demeanor will translate onto them, and they'll be impressed by that, by the fact that you're able to handle the situation. That happened to me just last night, actually, because I was on my way out to get some food, and I saw this girl. She was walking down an arcade, indoor shopping mall, and I approached her, and she literally jumped. Like she was like, ah! Like I was like, just like, are you okay? Like, what's up? Did you get a fright? And that was literally the first thing I said. I was like, oh, are you okay? Because I was just like, I just kind of waved at her from the side. I was walking along beside her, um, and I just kind of waved at her, and she really jumped. And I just like say, hey, what's up? Are you okay? Like, you got a fright there. And then she was like, oh, but it turned out she could speak English, and I just talked to her for a little bit, like 2 minutes or something. Just exchanged the Instagram, like short interaction. I was completely chill about the whole thing. I didn't like, oh, sorry to frighten you. Oh, um, no, I was like, oh, you got a you got a bit of a fright there. Are you okay? Like, that's. But you just put them at ease by being relaxed and confident yourself. Um, and sometimes they'll open up, sometimes they won't. Um, you know. Uh, Party Tanika says, imagine outlawing talking to people. You think it sounds crazy? It sounds nuts, but they could try. Like, they could try to do that. But I could definitely foresee them outlawing cold approach for sure. I could see it for women. I think they're already kind of trying to introduce it. I mean, they'll call it. They won't call it like cold. They call it like they'll disguise it as sexual harassment or something like. So you're not allowed to approach women that you don't know, or you're not allowed. And if they can prove it, you can be charged with. I don't know. Maybe they already have legislation like that in the UK, but maybe they'll double down on it and make it stricter. Spark 55 says the UK would probably be the first. UK or Australia. Obviously, some Western country. UK, Australia. Yeah, Australia seems like a real fucking shithole. So if there's any Australians in here, I'm sorry, but goddamn, like, seems like a bad spot to be in, man. Let me share something. Look at this garbage.
There will be no removal of masks to consume alcohol outdoors. So you will no longer be able to remove your mask to drink a cocktail at a pop-up beer garden on a footpath as part of a pub crawl. There will be no removal of masks.
Look at this innocent normie bastard. Look at it. Look at his fat, soft face. Voice for vaccine, you can see written in the back. Look at his fucking punchable face and the obnoxious little way he says it. Man, what a punchable bastard. But yeah, I don't know. Just a normie soft bastard. Not good. But I don't know what's going on. Are there any Australians in here? Is it as bad as I think it is? Colin says accepting the is accepting that you'll be their livestock forever, and if it injures, kills you, they get off scot-free, no liability. That's the way it is. That is the way it is. Tony S says we're halfway there with masks and social distancing. Yeah, that's the way they're going to bring it in. That's why I think it's all part of a depopulation strategy. Spark 55 says in Victoria it's pretty bad. Apparently there's army on the streets, telling people to get back in their houses and whatnot. It's psychotic. It's nuts. It's fucking nuts. This shit is nuts. Like, this shit is just such a fucking, I don't know. We're coming up on 2 years. It's insane. Unbelievable. Like, we're coming up, we're going to be in 2022 and September, October, November, December, in 4 months, 4 months we're gonna be, because this started hearing shit about this, like this beer bug, and the end December 2019, and then obviously picked up pace in 2020. Oh my god, 2 years, wild, absolute scam, biggest scam ever perpetrated in human history, still playing out, people are still sharing. I've seen, it's so weird, I've still seen people sharing like stay home hashtags. It's nuts. Fuck these people. I wish it was seeing people like that almost makes me wish it was real. Oh man. Wade in the house says normies are parasites always coming for you. Yeah, they're nasty creatures, man. They're nasty creatures. Got to be said. They're just like, yeah, they're always at you, kind of hounding you. Yeah, Friday was when I did that teaching course on Friday. A real wake up call. No, just not a wake up call, but a reminder, because like I still teach. Okay, I'm a part time teacher in Japan, but I haven't taught in like 2 months. And even when I did teach before, I'm not around other foreigners. Go in, just do my job, and I leave. I don't, I'm usually teaching in Japanese places, so there's no other foreigners there. But on Friday, I was around other foreigners, and like the most, like the worst, like the most blue pill, the most everything that I stand against, like everything that I you know everything that I stand against, the worst kinds. It was two guys and two girls, two chicks and one guy, and they were bad. Like they were very fucking, like I said, had the face shields on, had the masks on, were obnoxious, loud, just like totally, like, yeah, bad buzz. Party Tanika says, yeah, not returning to the West for now. Hope Japan doesn't cook themselves. Um, Japan is, as bad as Japan is with the masks and all that. Unbelievably, Japan is one of the best places to be, probably in the world right now. It's like, because you can live here unless your company is unless you have a job where you're getting, they're cooking you really badly. Um, for the most part, outside of work in Japan, it's pretty free. You can still go to night. There's nightclubs open. There's like, there's bars open. There's restaurants open. Like I can go out and maskless, like all day. I can go on the subway. I can go anywhere maskless, completely maskless. Do anything. A cold approach. Japan is a really, really, we're like, I feel blessed to be in Japan, to be honest. Like, I don't know what I'd do if I was in Ireland. I would really like, I would, I don't know what I'd do. I would go in, I would probably turn into a militant if I went back to Ireland. Like, I'd have to start some kind of uprising or something. I don't know. I would like really, I would freak out. Like, I would get very claustrophobic, dealing with Karens, dealing with lefties, dealing with seeing just seeing injustices like every fucking day, like just seeing like lies, like fucking lies being, even unfortunately, but even by my own family. um and it's all a strategy. It's all planned. It's supposed to be like that. It's supposed to divide families. It's supposed to divide people, divide and conquer, divide families and friends apart. um it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. People, I was watching MLD stream last night, and he was saying there was someone in the comments saying that, oh, it's only 1 in 5,000 people that have life altering side effects, and it's like, they're pretty bad fucking like side effects for the injection. It's like, Like, why would you be willing to take those odds? Like, why would you take those odds? Like, there's no need. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Like, it's the whole thing is just like the whole thing is just infuriatingly obvious at this point. It's just so insane. Like the whole thing is literally. I've said this so many times, but it's obviously everyone. I guess everyone in this chat is on the same page. But it's literally just the flu. That's what it is. It's even weaker than the flu because it doesn't make children sick, and the regular flu actually makes children sick. We've all gotten the flu when we were kids. Like we've all gotten sick, but the beer bug doesn't even make kids sick. Um, you know. So even in Japan, you don't. Yes, even in Japan, even crazy Japan, you won't see like really young. They won't put the masks on the really small kids when they're in their elementary school and stuff like that. They'll make them wear the mask, but like really young kids, like they won't put the mask on them because it doesn't even affect them. It barely affects even adults. So yeah, Party Tanica says, why fix the door if it ain't broken? 100%. 100%. But yeah, the best thing you can do is just not comply, just not comply, not play the game, and rebel against it. I'll continue. I've been doing cold approach all throughout this, maskless. Never worn a mask. I've never done a cold approach in my life with a mask on, like ever. Never will. I'd be ashamed of myself to have to do that. I'm already demoralized I was already demoralized when I had to wear a mask teaching on Friday, but hopefully I'll get out of that situation and won't have to do that. But it's the price I have to pay. It's the price I have to pay to live in Japan right at this moment. The goal is to escape that, and I'm on my way. I'm on my way to getting out of that. But self sovereignty. That's the goal, man. That should be everyone's goal. Like every red pill man, his goal should be to be self sovereign. I think every red pill man should be his own boss because we're too. It just doesn't suit the red pill mindset. Doesn't suit being part of a corporation or a company, or unless you're part of a small company and your other coworkers are based as fuck too. But ultimately, if you're a red pill man and you're going into a place surrounded by blue pill normies, you're going to be unhappy. It's not going to be. So the goal for me is to be self-sovereign, man. Just self-sovereign and not have to be around people that are swallowing lies, and just going along with like absolute bullshit day in day out. It's not good for your mental health. But Colin Donahue says bullseye on the sovereignty. Absolutely, got to be done. It's still, I think it's for me personally. That's the way I'll get the most satisfaction out of life, by being completely self-sovereign. It has to be done. But yeah, guys, if you haven't already done so, smash the like button, share the content. It'll be Monday 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, Wednesday 6 a.m. Central Standard Time, and Thursday 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I live stream 3 times a week. Be sure to jump in the chat. Sharing some red pill truths and some base content. About game, about pickup, and how to live the player lifestyle. And if that's what you're interested, join the chat. So sometimes I go off on into more red pill truths, not only about women but about just the world we live in. If you have any ideas, hit me up. Send me an email. If if you're interested in premium content about how to improve your finer details about game, join my premium content, access to blog content where I write about my own success stories, degenerate success stories at that, and monthly webinar and private Telegram group. So yeah, guys, appreciate you in the chat. Last comment, Party Tanica says, by the way, congrats on your new subscribers these days. You're killing it. Yeah, thanks to MLD for shouting me out on the what was it, Rule Zero. I think that's YouTube is definitely not, definitely not on my side. I have evidence of them like clearly suppressing my channel in the form of removing likes from videos, but it is what it is. Like they don't like, obviously YouTube doesn't like this kind of content. But it's I guess I'll ride it till the wheels fall off. Who knows? I don't know if it got really bad, I might jump on BitChute or something, but I'm not sure if you can live stream on BitChute. That's the only problem. I'll figure something out. But for now, I'm using YouTube, and we'll see how long that lasts. But yeah, guys, have a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, and I'll catch you for the Wednesday live stream. So peace out, guys. Have a good one. Bye bye.